Who's first?
Our group is full.
Oh, is this like an RSVP thing?
No, it's like a smart people thing. And as Viv said, we're full.
Come on, guys. We can make room for one more.
The answer is no.
Oh, okay. I'll just leave then.
Hey, maybe there's like a sorority you could like join instead, like.
You know, if you had come to a rush party, I would have at least been nice to you.
Oh, is that before you voted against me and then called me a dyke behind my back?
I don't use that word. You must have heard it from Vivian.
So this video was requested a while back in the comment section, and a lot of people agreed with it. And I'm like, oh, isn't it crazy? There is such a thing as adult bullies. You would think that adults know better than to bully in their old age, but they don't. And as adults, we deal with our biggest bullies, not in grade school, but in our own homes. Whether it's your in-laws, a lot of people was talking about that. Whether it's from friendship groups, there's still cattiness. I tell you guys, there's a lot of 60-year-olds that are still immature. Maturity is not just age alone. And there's a lot of old, immature people. And so today we're going to talk about dealing with adult bullies as a victim. How do you respond? What do you do? Especially if you cut them off. Because people is like, I cut these people off. I've escaped. But they still find a way to bully me, whether online or through other people, other avenues, stalking, etc. How do you respond? But before we get into all of this, hey friend, welcome to my channel, Creating Elude Mental Gems. This channel is dedicated to leveling up in all areas of your life. So let us learn together, read together, but most importantly, grow together. Now, without further ado, let's get into this video. So the number one thing that you do first, picking your battles, basically, knowing when to respond and when not to respond. Like for instance, a lot of people in the comments was talking about their in-laws or their sister-in-laws, their brother-in-laws, or whoever in-laws.
Actually, I was a little nervous about the two of you meeting.
Really?
Why?
Well, because it's important to me. Mom, you're the most amazing woman I've ever known. Charlie, I've never met anyone like you. And although we've only known each other a few months, I feel like I've known you forever. What are you doing for the rest of your life?
What? Oh my God.
Charlie, will you marry me?
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Oh my God, I can't believe this.
So happy for you. Congratulations. So pleased that you're going to be my daughter. Oh, yeah. Oh, congratulations.
I can't believe this.
So happy for you. What?
Where's your bridesmaid's dress?
Oh, I gave it to Ruby's daughter. She works at Hooters. She was thrilled.
Take off that white dress right now, or I'll take it off for you.
Don't you tell me what to do.
You did not just poke me!
Don't you touch me, you two-bit tramp. Oh
my God! Viola, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
You don't go and slap somebody and then apologize. Get some backbone.
Why don't you just face it? I am marrying Kevin today, and there's nothing you can do about it.
You face it. You'll never be good enough for him.
Question to ask yourself is, how often do you see them? If your in-laws does not live with you and you just see them at like the yearly Thanksgiving dinner, or it's seasonal, you see them seasonal or at birthdays or events, then no matter how catty they are, just it's not worth it to respond. You're not in my circle all the time. It's not worth it, right? But if your peoples live with you, like the in-laws maybe live with you or whatever, y'all all under the same roof, or y'all see each other more frequently, several times throughout the days, maybe your children go to the same school, etc., or y'all stay very close by, then it might be time to be like, okay, let's have a chit chat, let's address this, okay? But if it's seasonal, like sis, as annoying as it is, just it's not worth it. Pick your battles. Pick your battles. If you're at work, for instance, I believe bullying in the workplace needs to be addressed all the time. All the time. Like, depending on the severity of it all too. If it's just like, you know, there's always that catty employee that's just like annoying, but they're not like harmful. Like, they're not stopping your job. They're just annoying, if anything. But they're not like boldly, insufferably disrespectful. It's not worth it to respond.
Welcome to sensitivity training for real. Show of hands. Who here has been the butt of a joke that has gone too far? Phyllis.
Michael, you make fun of us every day.
Yeah, every single day.
You never said anything.
We have countless times.
Starting today, Teasing will no longer be tolerated.
You mean there's no teasing of any kind?
No.
But when someone's falsely reporting you, micromanaging you, and they're not the boss, starting rumors about you, cursing you out, talking to you all types of crazy at the workplace, or sexually intimidating you, then it comes a point where it's like, okay, this needs to be addressed with HR. This needs to be addressed. There's different avenues that you can do. But first of all is determining on the scale of, should I address this? Where does this fit in? Should I address this? Is this worth me even, giving it the time of day? Now, the next thing I say may sound a little crazy, but if you suffered with people pleasing like I used to, when I speak to someone that really hurt me, or was like bullying, whatever, like hurt my feelings, I would make eye contact. I'd avoid looking at the person because, I don't know, it's just a thing. Like, you really anger me, I'm talking to you, and my eyes is everywhere but your eyes. But it makes a person, you're not holding people accountable when you avoid eye contact. I'm just saying. There's this thing they say with criminals, right? If they're not a sociopath, I'm just saying, because I don't want y'all, saying Kareem said, no, this just proven. If they're not a sociopath, they say if someone's kidnapping you and their intentions, they're not really a sociopath or anything like that, or they're robbing you, when you're talking to them, one thing negotiators try to do is humanize themselves to the person. They tell you to humanize yourself to the person that's kidnapping you. They probably won't ask you for your name. Anyone who's trying to commit a crime on you, don't care for your name. They don't care for your face. They don't want to know nothing about you. They just want to see you as a body, like something they can do harm to, right? When you start to humanize, have conversations with them and try to talk. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy, but saying your name, my name is Kareen. What's your name? I have a daughter named Allie, Sarah, whatever. I don't have no kids, I'm just saying. But you start to humanize. Please, my 2 kids, they're 12 and 9. They're waiting for me. My husband, Jim, is da-da-da-da. And he was like, do you have children? You ask them those questions. They might tell you, shut up. Guess why they tell you to shut up? They don't want to humanize you. It makes it harder to pull that trigger to, but you stop talking for a little bit and then you say, please, 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 like your mom, like start to appeal to their human side. That is something they teach you to do. And with bullies in general, a lot of bullies, if in school, if you make eye contact with them, you look at them like, don't touch my stuff. Like you look at them dead in the eye. Like, don't touch my stuff. Don't talk to me like that. With a strict face, even if they want to defend themselves, they're not likely to keep messing with you further. But bullies tend to go for easy targets, people that are assertive, and that's not going to look at them in the eye.
Then I'd always remember. I want to look special. Bridal. But not like I expect anything.
There's nothing I love more than a dumb blonde with daddy's plastic.
Oh, is this low viscosity rayon?
Yes, of course.
Did you see this one? We just got it in yesterday.
It's impossible to use a half-loop top stitching on low viscosity rayon. It would snag the fabric. And you didn't just get it in. I saw it in the June bug a year ago. So if you're trying to sell it to me for full price, you picked the wrong girl.
If you have a passive-aggressive in-law or whatever, I'm not married or anything, but trust me, I witness. I know. You don't got to be married to deal with in-laws, okay? Because whoever your peoples marry, them your peoples too. And if you have someone that's passive-aggressive with their insults and stuff, you look at them in the eye as they say their insults. Ask them to repeat it, right? If they say something like, maybe you gained weight, like, oh, you gained a little weight, in a shady way, look at them in the eye. Excuse me, what did you say? Can you repeat what you just said for me, please? They tend to be like, oh, well, I said, da-da-da. Even if they repeat it, like, oh, I thought that's what you said. And keep looking them in the eye. It's something that really shows a person just how wicked they are. You're looking into their soul. I said if the person's not a sociopath, because I know there's people it's obviously not going to work with, right? Then you're just dealing with a sociopath. You need to just escape. But if it's a pretty normal person with a normal functioning brain, etc., they tend to, I know if I insulted someone, me, for myself, and they're looking at me in my eyes like, what did you say? What did you just say? I tend to think twice, like, do I want to repeat what I just said? Then it was kind of harsh. You say it in a softer, quieter voice, like, okay, and then the person's maintaining eye contact, so make sure you face a bully. You face a bully head on eye contact, assertive, confidence. Let them know that I'm not one to be trifled with. Like, don't do it. Even if it's a parent, like, because a lot of times, honor your parents. Of course, I say that. But if you're an adult, like there's a lot of adults that are married now with kids, and their parents will come into the home and disrespect their spouses, and they still feel a little shy to check their parents like, hey, don't speak to, you become one flesh, darling. And it's not even just that. Even if you're an adult in your home, there's a way you run your home. It's not your parents' home, and they come in and trying to there's a way you raise your kids. There's decisions you want to make now. You're an adult now. Even Abraham left. He left his place and left. Like, you leave. Like, listen, I'm not under your roof anymore. There's a way you kind of listen, I am an adult now. I appreciate the advice. I appreciate the constructive criticism. But I'm an adult now, and I feel like I'm pretty aware of what I'm doing, and I'm happy with my decisions.
Is it good enough for a day with Lady May?
Well, it's lovely. Rather small. Seems as if he's given us 3 nuts. Well, you have 2, less one is hiding.
Oh, well, I can have Felipe size up the portions if that's an issue.
Oh, this chef is a friend of yours?
Jacob and I see him socially, yes.
Oh, bit of a miniaturist, isn't he?
Will Grace attend, you think? Told me that she decided to stay and serve the church again. I was confused.
The salmon will be properly sized, won't it, though? I mean, it won't be...
If it's not, we will serve 2, and we'll call it a salmon duet.
So creative.
Well, I'm only asking because...
Carissa?
Yes.
Strength like yours, dear, is best expressed in stillness. I expect that kind of behavior from a teenager, but not a full-grown woman. And please don't tell me you're here to ask again. It's furniture. Get a credit card, Carissa.
I'm not asking again. I actually wrote it in a letter. I think I need to say it to your face.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
No one, and I do mean no one, has ever hurt me the way that you've hurt me. I only wanted to please you. My mother, she always treated me like I was her greatest competition, so I think I just wanted you to like me. But you never did, and it hurt. You're trash.
You get out of this room.
You will never see me again, and I will send Jacob up here with the children like I would anybody to a grave. That I am not going to get another word. I'm on you anymore. Because I am done dancing attention to you.
You have to set your boundaries and let people know that, hey, I'm not the one. I'm not the one, but in a respectful way, Still remain respectful. You never want to go low with someone, but at the same token, you don't want to stay up too high either, where it's like they feel like you're an easy target. So face them on headstrong. Because if you're a less desirable target because you actually put up a fight, like even in the animal kingdom, lions, cheetahs, whatever, the predators always look for an animal that has an injury. I watch a lot of nature. Like, I'm a nature documentary junkie. But they look for an animal that already has an injury. If they're looking into a buffalo pack, they're like, okay, this buffalo's leg, I see is limping a little bit. That's my target. That's who I'm going after. And that's who they chase. Or they look at the older ones or the younger ones, the smaller ones, right? Or they look at the ones who's at the very end of the pack. Like, predators bullies are predators. They look at the most vulnerable. But if they look at a big, strong bull or a big, strong buffalo, they know I'm going to work too hard. They're going to put up a fight. Yeah, I probably could take them down, but I got to be really desperate to actually go after this person. Let me just go for the easier prey. And this is how bullies are. So the more you assert yourself and you show, just by simple eye contact, you don't even have to say words. You probably could be scared, but you don't say nothing. You just look eye contact. Like, I'm about to put up a fight. I'm going to go back and forth with you. Even if I used to get into a lot of fights, especially for being Haitian. It was a thing. Maybe one day I'll tell y'all the story of being bullied as a Haitian. But we used to get into a lot of fights, okay? And one of the things with getting into fights is that even if I knew I was going to lose, even because I used to get jumped too, even if I knew I was going to lose, I knew I was going to put up a fight. Like, I'd lost a lot of fights. But guess what? I put up a fight. I put up a fight. And I became less and less of an easy target. Over time, it became that people didn't even want to fight me anymore. So I was ready to go. And I'm going to do some damage. I don't care. You're going to have some bruise. I'm going to kick, bite, scratch, whatever. I'm going to do some damage. I'm not just going to sit there and just get beat up and enjoy it. I'm going to do something. I'm leaving here with something in my Denzel voice, right? Eventually, it's just people just stop messing with me. Like, they just stopped messing with me. But the people that just wouldn't put up a fight, they just would keep messing with them. And I'm just like, put up a fight. Like, stand up, stand up. Some of us, it's just not in us. But you gotta like stand up. You gotta put up a fight. Even biblical, when God said, resist the devil and he will flee, right? Resistance is putting up a fight, not just sitting there and taking it, not just sitting there and, put up a fight, stand up, resist, and eventually they will flee. That's how bullies will. Next is move away if you have to. Like if it's at work, find another job. If it's at work even and maybe you can't find another job, it's not that easy. Try to avoid them as much as possible. Don't sit next to, and they might look for you, but let it be known, like, why you keep looking for me? Like, why I'm here? It's like, are you following me? Like, I would even say that, like, are you following me? Like, make them feel like a creep, like you're a creep. Nothing makes somebody feel like, make them feel like you're obsessed with me. You know how stupid someone would feel that you'd be like, dang, are you following? Like, I keep seeing you everywhere. Like, it's like, you obsessed with me? Dude, I'm here. You're here. I'm intentionally avoiding you because at this point, it's like you're obsessed with me. Speak to managers, HR. If it's a manager that's doing it, go to HR. If HR is not doing anything, leave the job. Like, it's not worth it. Every day at home, look for a new job. Go out there, apply. Don't just sit there. Think of like other hustles you can do, but don't take it. Don't take it. Escape if you have to, if there's no way out. If it's a marriage, if it's a relationship, they put hands on you, they doing those things. Start working on your exit plan, because I know it's easier said than done to just tell people to leave, but like, escape is your only way out, okay? You have to. If nothing else is working, leave.
Come on, you're never gonna get the grades to qualify for one of those spots. You're not smart enough, sweetie.
Wait, am I on glue, or did we not get into the same law school, Warner?
Come on, Elle, be serious. You can do something more valuable with your time.
We took the same LSATs, and we're taking the same classes.
I know, but...
I'm never gonna be good enough for you, am I?
Oh, come on.
I'll show you how valuable Elle Woods can be.
If it's your in-laws, you might just speak to your spouse like, hey, we got a limit. If they're living with you, find a home. Find a home for them. Like, hey, they're going to have to be in an assisted living facility. There's resources out there. Let's find a resource for them, because I can't do it for my mental health, whatever it is. If you're constantly getting bullied, like, you cannot be here. But there are situations where a mother-in-law will be so insufferable to the person that, like, they're just like, listen, I can't. And you as the husband, figure it out. Or even the husband is like, hey, your mom, every time your mom comes here, she got something to say to me. The husband is just not feeling like a man in his own home, because your mom, who wants to meddle all up in your life, want to come and always throw insults and jab your family, whoever want to throw insults and jabs at the man, and the man just feels bullied by your family and emasculated because you keep running your mouth about every inconvenience in your life too. At some point, you're going to have to make a decision, but the husband could be like, hey, I don't want them over here. And you can't even be mad. You can't even be, oh, that's my mom. What you mean? Some of y'all pick your families over your spouses when it's not even biblical. It's not, and I know somebody feels terrible about what I'm saying right now. Y'all probably ready to unsubscribe, thumbs down the video. Comment below if you agree. You cannot choose your family over your spouse. I understand that you feel like, oh, well, I was raised with these people. You cannot. You become one. You become one, okay? If their mental health is being traumatized from your people, save them. Just like if your mental health was being traumatized from their people, they have to make a choice. Like, these people can't be around us for the sake of my marriage. Make the choice, But you cannot be in situations to get bullied in your old age. You've worked too hard. You've come too far to be bullied by adults. Like, no, don't sit down. Don't take it down. Don't take it lying down. Don't do that. Next is, of course, there's always going to be somebody gaslighting you, telling you that you're being dramatic, you're going too far, blah, 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 this and that. Listen, I'm telling you right now, for the gaslighters, you want to have record of everything. Have a record of everything that was done. Keep receipts. I know I'm not a fan of people that record people, do all those things, but if it becoming violent, it's becoming too much. Like, listen, keep receipts for your records, because when the gaslighting starts, you don't want to, especially if you're getting bullied and it's you against, kids that would keep records and people knew they were getting bullied. The school knew there was this fight. Guess what? Parents can later go and prosecute the schools and win once their kid take their life. That's happened. How many cases unfortunately, the child take their life and the parent goes back and be like, well, this happened on this date. My child came home with this. I went to the school, da 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 da. And guess what? They have a lawsuit in their hands, millions of dollars. There's some form of justice. The kids that were bullying nonstop, the parents get some form of penalty. There's something because there was records, It's the same way at work. If you want to sue that company, because I reported it to HR, they did nothing. This person kept harassing me. Guess what? Now I can sue y'all, and I will never gotta work again a day in my life because y'all were bullying me and did nothing about it. But keep records of that so that you'll be able to do that. Do not just take stuff lying down. Do not take it lying down. We are too old to be dealing with adult bullies. Okay, those are my main things. And of course, always pray about it. Pray about it on how to handle those enemies, because you got to understand, a lot of times it's not even the people, it's the spirits that's in them. And spirit can fight spirit. You can't fight spirit. Okay, so pray for the Holy Spirit to show you how to overcome that spirit, or for God himself to send a word to bind that spirit away from you, because people will just want to mess with you when you have a light. If it's catty friends, cut those friends off. Like, don't be around them. Or when you're getting bullied, when you're the butt of the jokes. People are laughing at your expense. No one respects you. They speak to you any kind of way. You feel uncomfortable. You don't like it. Like, I don't have to tell you, because you feel away when you at home and you lay down in the bed, you're thinking about it like, dang, I didn't really like this. Wow, she really said that. Leave. Start making other friends. Or right now, maybe you don't know how to choose friends. Take a friendship pause. Okay? All right. So this is all I have to say for this video. Comment below if you have any more tips that you want to share below. But listen, especially in 2024, we're not getting bullied out here. We're too old. We come too far. It's not happening. Nip that in the bud. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. And comment below what other videos you would like me to do. If you watch until the end, leave a yellow heart or a fire emoji in the comments for me. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Mwah.